following program is rated mature. It may contain strong, coarse language, violence, and other mature content not appropriate for children under 17. The views expressed in this program may not represent those of this cable station or its employees.
It's 9 o'clock on a Friday night, so grab a seat and you just might see something really great. You've got the time, it's not too late to watch a show that will give you laughs and chills and thrills. There's nothing that they haven't tried, 'cause everything tastes great when it's deep fried. So lock your doors and sit right down. There is no better place to go, 'cause it's time for the Not So Late Show.
Simulcast in Idiot, the Not So Late Show.
So more people understand us.
Yes! Yes, wait. Or is that less?
Yes.
Well, to say we're simulcast in... Wait.
Yes.
Something's missing.
No, not really.
I have tragic news.
What's that?
We lost Pat today.
What do you mean we lost Pat today?
We lost Pat today.
Well, he's not here, but
No, I literally lost Pat. I can't find where I put him. I put him somewhere so I wouldn't lose him, and...
Did you check on top of the microwave?
Yes, and I checked in the microwave too.
Did you check in the second rack on the fridge?
That's where all the beer is.
In the dryer?
Although he might be disguising himself as a beer,
True.
just so he doesn't have to come out.
In the dryer?
Damn it!
You left Pat in
I
the dryer.
I left the Pat in the dryer.
He's gonna fuzz out!
I threw a dryer sheet in, I think.
I know, yeah, but now he's gonna get in there, and if he didn't dry all the way, he's gonna get all moldy.
Meh, that's what lemon soul's for.
Alright, fair enough.
But I do have good news.
You just saved how much money by switching to something on your car insurance?
No, actually, the insurance I have is actually the lowest I could find.
Alright, that was really depressing. Go on!
That's okay. But... Really?
What?
You're screwing up already?
No.
You can fool us, but you can't fool the audience at home.
That's true. Anyway, according to, hopefully, I hope they're absolutely correct, NBC News, they cut the asshole number 2 bomber guy from Boston.
Because people for news come to the Not So Late Show.
Absolutely. Because I know you've been anticipating our arrival, watching Vignette, just so you can get us. We know. Ooh.
Yeah. Now people come to news for hard-hitting news. They come to Not So Late Show. Frankly, at this point, though, I'm not sure if you've been watching any of the coverage, but there is that pizza place that's been on NBC News, but that's besides the point.
Insensitive moment of the week.
Well, we
Brought to you by us. Tell them.
All right, fine. All right,
Tell them. Come on.
We've been watching this news coverage for a while, and we're just, at this point, the CNN news coverage gets to be just ridiculous.
Right.
So, at this point,
Here's another shot of this police car with blinky lights.
This police car. So at this point, we've seen the same shot over and over and over and over. And at this point, we stop looking at the foreground and we start looking at the background. And what do we see in the background? Pizza place. And it's like, wait, hold on. I have their Facebook page pulled up.
Yeah, here we go.
Wait for it. I think I do anyways.
You better.
I know. Wait, hold on. I lost it.
If you know what's good for you.
It is not coming up.
Good for you.
That's okay. I don't remember either.
I get a picture of freaking ice cream on my page. Great.
Good for you.
No, alright, so this is a pizza place, and we're looking at the window, and we're like, ooh, they've got donuts, too, and pizza's $7.99, and so
Absolutely.
we're looking at the background. But, speaking about the news coverage this week, top 3 things that are mesmerizing.
I love it.
Yes, we're going to go with that tonight. But have you been watching, you've clearly been watching the coverage this week, right?
That's all there is.
The biggest story to come out of this, other than the actual news, is that CNN has officially completely imploded upon itself. Like, literally, they've reached some sort of critical mass. Wolf Blitzer couldn't escape the gravitational pull of suck. And
awesome.
They literally collapsed upon themselves. Over
They've got them, they don't have them. They have them, they don't have them. They might have them. Never mind, they just caught a stray dog.
That's pretty much it. Frankly, the only thing I got out of watching CNN's coverage was a stroke. That's the only thing I got out of the coverage because I'm watching that. I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on other than I can't feel my left side.
Yeah, that's about what it came down to.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so are we ready to boot it off with, we may reference that, but you didn't come here for news. You came here for entertainment, so we're here for you. So speaking of which, geeky news. We got a lot of geeky news this week, right, Jay?
Yeah, more than last week.
There's like nothing that happened last week.
No, there really wasn't at all.
Okay, fair enough. So, geeky news.
Oh.
Cat-free geeky. Haha.
Remember what we were talking about?
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's why we were so happy.
Fair enough.
You're welcome.
Brad's getting... That's funny. Inside joke. Go on.
No, this is your story because I made this first just for you, and I'm sure you know what the story is.
Is it my Spidey sense?
After seeing that photo, your Spidey sense.
Yeah, something's tingling now. All right, so I'll set it up, and then I'll let him explain.
Creepy.
Mauna Kea is getting a new toy. Okay,
30-meter telescope. 30-meter telescope. Okay, so it's going to be the largest optical telescope in the world till they build another one in Chile or whatever. But the largest optical telescope in the world will be able to see 3 times clearer than
Damn
current
Chileans.
telescopes and be able to see planets orbiting distant stars.
Awesome.
So they're basically building super huge structure on top of the Mauna Kea volcano.
And the
14,000
natives
feet
are
up.
pissed, and they said, tough shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. They finally, well, the thing was, they all agreed to it, like, way back, like, all the commissions and all that, and all the natives are like, yes, we like this project, you've satisfied this, and then they're like, ha, never mind.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You promised.
And so the
You
Hawaii Land Commission's like, yep, tough shit, we're building it.
Oh, and just for the record.
Aw, yeah, science wins.
For the record,
Yeah?
the role of Pat will be played by my water today. I just
That's now really creepy.
It is.
All right, from the finally department.
So Microsoft said, you know what? Ever since we took away your boot and start menus and everything.
Oh, in Windows 8?
In
how
Windows
they
8.
had that whole, like, whatever Metro crap-ass screen. It's like, click a button. It kind of looks like crap, and it's just kind of like a jumble of things that you don't know what's where.
Exactly.
You know what the Metro thing reminded me of? It reminded me of, like, if you have your phone and you have a bunch of icons on your phone, except they're not organized in any fashion. It's this mishmash with just crap randomly all over the place. That was the Windows home screen.
Like your icons vomited.
Yes!
And that's just where it landed.
That was the Windows home screen. It's
so,
like,
anyway,
yeah.
Microsoft is like, everybody seems to like this thing we've been doing for the last 15, 20 years. We should bring it back and keep doing that because people actually liked it.
Go figure.
Finally.
Yeah. So they're bringing back the start button and all that stuff in Windows 8.1. There you go.
Hopefully.
Water is so old-fashioned.
It's true.
Try New Water. Brought to you
Yes.
by Brad.
It's hydrogen and oxygen on steroids.
Neo H2O.
I think you mean,
Neo H2O.
I think you mean with steroids, but go on.
Yeah, whatever. I'm drunk. Leave me alone.
On steroids.
So LG, which is a Korean company, which stands for Life's Good. If you never knew what LG stood for.
Which, by the way, is the old Gold Star company.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, no kidding.
Which was started by JCPenney.
Well, good for them.
LG is JCPenney's electronics line. I want you to know that. Go on.
Whatever. They are going to build or are in the process of building a washing machine that does not use water. How freaking Star Trek future is that?
To me, that just sounds like Gold Star JCPenney crapping out again.
Count it!
Is it long distance counted?
I'll allow it.
I don't know, man. I mean, what are they going to hit it with, UV lights or something?
I don't know, but I'm actually kind of curious to see how this one's going to work. Because it doesn't use water, so how are you going to clean everything?
Sonic showers.
I'm telling you, Star Trek level right here.
Now you see it. Now you don't. No, that didn't work at all. Now you don't.
Rob's right on it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
What do we not see? The buzzer.
I deserve
We
that
never
one.
saw it coming.
All right. So Google Glass, they sent some of the preliminary ones out to people who were lucky enough to win it as a beta test. And
Well,
the
they didn't win it. They
developer-
still have to pay for it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But they got it firsthand.
They're like, I have a great idea. Please give me one. Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, Guess what's on eBay for sale? For
$90,000.
$90,000.
Yeah.
For $90,000, you too can own a pair of Google Glass.
Except in the terms and conditions, Google said you may not resell or even lend your Google Glass at any time, which kind of breaks the whole first sale doctrine decided by the Supreme Court, but that's besides the point.
But then guess what happened? All of a sudden, everybody started finding out that the Google Glass was online for sale, and then guess what happened? Google probably found out, and then it magically disappeared.
Oops.
Bye-bye.
There you go.
Probably didn't want
So now you can't buy Google Glass.
No,
I hope you're
now
happy.
you don't.
Thanks a lot, eBay. Well, had a hot cheerleader. We're talking about Heroes? I kind of figured as much.
She was hot.
Yeah, was Netflix bringing it back?
No.
Who's bringing it back?
Microsoft wants to bring it back with
for the
MSN and Xbox.
Yes, so now Microsoft is getting into the content game.
Everybody's doing this. I saw something that Twitter's getting into a TV now. Hulu's coming out with a ton of original content. Netflix is right behind them.
Well,
so they're like, let's bring back Heroes.
Netflix just came out with another original series.
They got like 4 or 5 already.
This is the third one right now. I forget what it is, but the great thing about Netflix is they don't dole it out one episode at a time. They're like, we just finished a season. Here's the entire season.
That way, if you're feeling really lonely, depressed, and alone, you can
just watch
sit there
it in
and
a
watch
marathon.
the whole marathon.
And the thing is, their series are actually pretty damn good. So I forget what the new one's called on Netflix.
Yeah, there's a few of them, but they actually look decent.
But Microsoft, they're playing the Microsoft game again. It's like,
we want to get in on this too.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Someone's got a great idea. Let's take something, copy it, or bring it back and kind of make it kind of better. So they're bringing back Heroes, which was good, turned to shit. Now they're like, let's bring it back. When they're forgetting it, turned to shit. So people were like, nope, sorry, turn to shit, not interested anymore. Bummer.
Well, we'll see what happens.
This touchscreen sucks.
And it's broken. Ooh.
LEDs stimulate me?
They do.
Okay, how so, Jay?
So the University of Illinois and Washington University have made this super...
Their powers combined!
in a very, very tiny ribbon with little micro LEDs on it, and then planted in a rat's brain.
Okay.
The tiny little LEDs could actually stimulate parts of the brain.
Interesting.
That is very cool, because now if they can do that, scientists can start learning what parts of the brains truly inside trigger different things.
It's much more fun with electricity.
Well, for us, yes.
I'm just saying, yes.
I remember shock trivia.
Yes.
It was much more fun.
Yes, it was.
But what if we could implant it into your brain and then shock your brain directly? Wrong. And then you, like, kick somebody randomly.
No, I did that pretty much with the external stimuli,
that's
too.
true, too.
Yeah, that's true. So that's kind of interesting. It's really sci-fi of you.
Thank you. It's a theme. You're going to notice this.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how they're going to find, like, you know... I don't know. It's
higher precision. They can start learning why people have these, like, I want to go blow up something. Well, now they can go in and actually find out what the F is wrong with you. Why do you want to blow up shit?
I have no problem with them drilling into that guy's brain. That's fine. Hey, what else can you use lasers for? Sharks.
I think you skipped one, by the way. Cool, but I typed it. All right, so give me another 69 after this, and we'll do that. Anyway,
Okay.
What else can use lasers? A Mercedes-Benz.
Yes! Now assholes can blind you while you drive.
But what are they going to use them for?
Blinding you while you drive.
Blinding you while... What else can they use it for?
That's pretty much it. That's the only thing they will use it for.
No, actually,
It's the only asshole purpose they can use it for, so they'll use that.
That's what she said.
That's true, too. What Mercedes-Benz is coming out with the GLA concept vehicle, and what they're doing with the lasers is they're putting it into the headlight assemblies.
So they can blind you.
So they can so they can actually project your GPS in front of you. So while you're driving, you're actually going to see a GPS overlay in front of you while you're driving.
On the road?
On the road. Or it's going to be just set up in such a way so like the
That's
windshield.
kind of cool. So they got like a little arrow shooting out there.
Exactly. And all of a sudden you're going to see your
Mommy,
turn.
I've been blinded by the green laser from the Mercedes.
That's true. Oh, here it is. This is actually the one I wanted.
DPLA?
Yeah.
Director of Photography in Los Angeles?
Yes.
Okay.
No. And you forgot the dot. Try it again.
DP.LA?
Yes. The cool thing about it, that is the entire web address.
Is this porn or something? What is this?
Yes, this is pornography. I encourage you all to go and look at it.
All right.
No, it's not.
Oh.
This is the Digital Public Library of America, which we talked about a week or so ago, where all these things are going to come together to make this huge thing. Guess what? It's open now. Yay! And it's actually kind of cool. I went online and started poking around at things, and there's some interesting stories on there. Brad is actually going to go look at it now because it's 4 letters and a dot.
They have, they get
Like, I actually went online to look it up.
Date?
Yeah, you can actually go through the centuries.
News. Exhibit. This is
Did I tell you or did I tell you?
It's like an online museum.
At your fingertips.
It's like the Smithsonian, but online. With
Actually,
more
the Smithsonian
pictures.
has an app too.
That too. All right, yeah.
But
Android joins the VoIP party.
It's
VoIP.
true.
Voice
So
over Internet.
yeah, so evidently Apple for a while had this thing with Facebook where it's VoIP, and then if someone has their phone number listed in their Facebook account, you just hit call them, and it does, and it's free,
Right.
like through Facebook.
Ta-da!
I never knew about this. Why don't you tell me these things?
I try, and you don't listen.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
So anyway, Android has now gotten the update, which I haven't played around with because no one's dumb enough to put their cell phone numbers on there.
Except for me.
That's true. Because you like when people talk to you. But yeah, so now evidently there's like this little 3 dots that says more info, and then you click on that and it's like, hey, here's the phone number. Call now. And then you hit that and it freaking dials. That's pretty damn cool in my eyes.
That's just lovely.
It is.
Now what are we going to talk about for 15 seconds?
How absolutely worthless that is, because if you really want to talk to them, you already have them in your cell phone address book anyhow.
Much. Let's be honest. Half the people on your Facebook page,
You're not
you
your
don't
friends
even want.
with.
Yeah, if you ever actually went through and cleaned out your Facebook page, you delete half your friends.
75%. Anyway. But it makes it look like I'm popular.
Yes.
It really
Ha!
does.
Suck it, Viacom, says YouTube.
That's right.
They won a court battle.
They won a court battle because Viacom said, copyright infringement, you can't do that. Everything has to go. And then the court said, no jerk off. It doesn't. See? Because they had this huge copyright issue saying, they're allowing copyright stuff on there, blah, blah. And YouTube's like, well, yeah, copyright stuff makes its way onto here. We admit that. But as soon as someone flags it, bye-bye.
Right.
And the court said, if they actually went and looked at every single submission in there, you'd be backlogged by years.
Right. It basically falls under the Supreme Court decision that internet service providers or internet forums are not responsible for what people post on them.
Yeah, but if someone brings it to their attention,
yeah, exactly. Then
and they say, okay, copyright, you're making a claim, yoink, bye-bye. They're keeping their end of the bargain. Not like, oh yeah, they told us about it, but we never did anything.
Right.
That's not what's happening. YouTube stopped us from our own show posting it online. I mean, come on.
Even when we didn't have some copyrighted stuff in there sometimes, which was really retarded. All right, anyways. Is that the end of tech news? We got more.
One more.
Bring it! Ooh, look what Kepler found.
Yeah, planets. More planets.
Dos planets.
Tres planets.
Ooh, cuatro planets?
No, don't push your luck.
Okay.
Tres planitos, which have a fairly similar rotation and...
The short story is the space at which they are from the star would basically... one of the planets is basically like Hawaii all year round in terms of temperature, which I want to move to that planet. And the other one is like Alaska in winter all year round.
Yeah, you can keep that one. I'll keep the one that's Hawaii.
Yes, Hawaii.
A permanent Hawaii planet.
Just saying.
Holy crap.
Yup. Just saying.
Telling you. Oh, I need your phone.
You're pretty...
Damn it. Woohoo. Sorry.
Okay.
So, yeah, I thought that was actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, now I have somewhere to go.
Yes, it's true. So, what the hell are you doing to my phone?
Well, I'm hooking into my Wi-Fi right now.
All right, well, there you go. All right, well, we have that's the last one, right?
Yes.
Hey, anniversaries. First McDonald's open and
No, I'm not.
Des Plaines,
I do.
Illinois in
You can't
1955.
tell, but I do.
Now, guess how much the cost of a cheeseburger was when they opened?
What year are we going back to?
55.
19 cents.
You looked at the damn news story already, didn't you?
I don't have them. I just know my burgers.
Oh, wow, that's right. I have your copy. Wow, that's scary.
Don't question me in burgers.
That's what she
How
said.
much were fries?
Fries, probably at that time, probably like 10 cents.
Who are you? I'm not kidding.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Wait, which story am I looking
First
at?
one.
Suck it, I know my food. That's how I got this.
Wow. Wow.
Jay's gonna work out
No.
his quarter-pound curls. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Give me some fry action, yeah.
Also, President Abraham Lincoln died in 1865
What the
several
hell did he do
hours
that
after being
for?
shot at Ford's Theater. The RMS Titanic sank, and Jackie Robinson became the first player in Major League Baseball game. Robinson was
feel
hitless,
so
but
at
the
peace
Brooklyn
now.
Dodgers beat the Boston Braves 5-3. Today, baseball teams across the country wore his uniform number 42 earlier this week. Let's see. Oh, do we want to hear about North Korea?
Hold on. I had to do one thing, that's why I need your phone. Which you know what I'm doing, I just had to find it because I couldn't remember it.
Turning on.
The tornado of the week, the free app of the week on the App Store is Take It Easy.
What is it?
Take It Easy.
I know, but what is it?
Take It Easy.
You don't know what it is, do you?
I really don't. But the name of it is called...
Let me see that. Take it easy. It's a game of some sort.
It is a game, and I actually downloaded it, and it's actually fairly addictive. It's hard to explain.
It's a puzzle game, isn't it?
It is a puzzle game.
Okay.
But it's not super like your brain, like that one you were playing.
Right.
Where like you have to move 500 pieces in like 4 moves to get the whole thing to unlock.
Right.
That one just made my head hurt.
Okay, fair enough.
This one's really dumbed down so even I can do it.
Right.
But it's fairly addictive because I kept going and going and going, and I'm like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Go find it, download it. It's free.
Yay! All right, this is
drunk.
This is interesting. North
I'm
Korea
not.
has been owning headlines for the better part of a month now with
He's
its
a
threats against
dick.
the American imperialists
That's it.
and
Nuke 'em.
friends.
Nuke 'em.
Kim Jong-un, however, has been less conspicuous. In fact, the country's supreme leader hasn't been seen publicly since April 1st. In fact, there are whispers of a coup.
Cool. Isn't that like what a pigeon does?
Yeah, sure. That hardly seems likely based on what we've seen North Korean Army doing on the ground, but it's curious nonetheless. In the meantime, as Secretary of State John Kerry tours the region, experts suggest that Kim has backed himself into a corner. Admiral Sam Lockyer, commander of the U.S. troops in the Pacific, told Congress last week his father and his grandfather always figured into the provocation cycle an off-ramp of how to get out of it. It's not clear to me that he's thought of how to get out of it. Also, it's right around 2 weeks ago, the U.S. did a B-2 flyby in the south. Time to come out of your bunker and make nice, Mr. Un. We has cheeseburgers.
Back in 55, they were 19 cents.
Yes, it's true.
I'm going to say that if I were Kim Jong-un, all of a sudden I said, hey, look at the nice skyline. Hey, look, that's an American Air Force B-2 coming at my country. I might want to rethink this.
Yes, about that.
And that's just one of them.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hey, Rob,
Yeah.
how many B-2s are still active in the military right
Couple
now?
dozen?
No, I don't think it's that high.
Really?
12?
Yeah.
It's not many. They're expensive. They're like $2 billion a piece.
Not many.
Yeah,
They're
but
$2 billion a piece. Oh, really
they're
expensive.
freaking stealth bombers.
Dude, you can buy like you can do an aircraft carrier for $2 billion.
No.
What? 20?
Not that Rob's
It's
looking
21
into
billion?
it.
No, they built 21.
Oh, they built 21.
Oh.
I know one that crashed.
So there's 20.
So it's 20.
737 million.
Yeah, one crashed in Guam, right?
Uh,
I think that was it. Anyways, all right, don't look at the news story. All right.
Guessing game yet.
Once again, this was conducted by Credit Donkey, which apparently does,
You know they've got to be credible.
which apparently does nothing in regards to credit, but everything to do with inane surveys.
well,
so-
they're giving credit where credit's due.
Yes. So the
Not like banking credit.
right. So the question is, what
19 cents.
percentage of men and what percentage of women kill time with social media at work?
China. Inside
No.
joke.
So what do you think? Well, here, give me your impression. Who do you think is on social media more at work, men or women?
I'm going to guess women because they like to stay in touch more
Okay,
with each other than guys. Guys just like to talk about how they got laid.
fair enough. And what percentage?
And I don't talk about that because I don't know what it is.
What percentage of each would you say?
So even
Yeah,
100%, 100% here?
100%.
Like
Keep in mind
50-50 or...
this is the 100% of men, out of 100% of men and out of 100% of women.
Oh, so it's
Keep
two
in mind,
different scales here.
We're taking into account all working ages from 18.
This is how they do it at work?
Yes.
Okay. At work, I would say for women,
Yep.
64%.
Okay, and how much for men?
For men, I'm not going to go much lower because guys get bored too. 53.
Men were 62%.
Really?
And women were 58%.
No shit, I had it backwards.
Yeah, so women actually
But they were close, like I said.
Yeah, women are actually on social media quite a bit less. It's also interesting because you have to figure there is a large percent of the population, basically, probably. I mean, you got grandma and grandpa on social media and all that stuff. But the older you get,
How do I update?
the much lower percentage of people on social media. I mean, let's be honest. Like, Rom's not an old fogey by any stretch of the imagination.
Thank you. That's what you think.
But as far as
And then a fight
both
broke
him
out.
and Doug, and both of them are like, screw Facebook.
Doug has Facebook.
Yeah, Doug's on Facebook.
He's on Facebook. He just doesn't use
Well,
Facebook.
he has a Facebook. He just doesn't go on it unless he's talking about the Packers.
Doug's Facebook is his high school yearbook.
That's true. Oh,
Well, that's true. They
that
did
was kind
call
of
it a
painful at the
Facebook.
same time.
What?
That was kind of painful at the same time.
I know, but the truth had to be put at something. I don't know.
That's true.
And Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne are Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne. This is I love this.
You want to try that again?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, I love it how all news networks can basically put a question mark at the end of anything to basically make a statement. Mm-hmm. It's like just a word prophylactic or prophylactic.
Weird.
Yeah. I'm just saying you can say anything you want as long as you put a question mark at the end of it. It's okay. Because if I'm like, your mother's a whore, or I'm like, your mother's a whore,
That was a question, not a statement.
Exactly. You can just use a question mark as a prophylactic just to get away with anything. I'm looking at you, news networks. Are Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne ready to call it quits?
I don't know, are they?
After 31 years?
I figure they're
Of
stuck with each
what
other
it
this long.
lives?
Well, she's the only one bringing in any cash anymore, so I don't see why.
Sources tell the UK's Daily Mail that the two are no longer living together and barely even speak. The outspoken host of The Talk isn't doing much to quell the rumors. Sharon sent out a strange tweet asking, why does every family in the world have that one member that will never get it and is completely ignorant to life in general? Question mark. Once again, prophylactic. Put a question mark on it, and there you're safe. Hey, how about this? In East Wenatchee, Washington, a dog named Buddy willfully left home with a burglar who had just broken into the place because the burglar fed the dog pudding.
Man's best friend. He who feeds me pudding will be my new master.
That's frankly, that works for humans too. But
I have gone to so many different homes in my life because they gave me pudding.
The best part about the story might be the fact that police tell that there's an outlet called Wenatchee World.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to live there, you may as well have a world about it.
That Buddy's owners came home Saturday to find a strange man in their kitchen feeding pudding to their black lab pit bull mix. The man left the residence and called to the dog, who went with him.
That's awesome. That's how you know you're bad owners.
Yeah, so he didn't rob the big screen TV, he just robbed your fridge and your dog. There you go. Oh, he was arrested a short time later without the dog,
Oh.
which had been picked up by animal control officers and returned to its rightful owners.
Who did not give him pudding.
Yes. I swear, at this point, you should just give him a slab of Velveeta. He'll show you where the damn safe is. He'll bark out the combination, then hold the door open to you while you carry the stolen stuff to the car.
And probably lick your face.
That too.
Which will smell like Velveeta.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. This one.
Psy
Go ahead, yeah.
released a new music video.
And I wasn't impressed. Although there were hot Korean chicks in bikinis, so I was
It's
kind
his
of
new
alright.
single, Gentleman. That's it.
Is it?
On Saturday, he performed the Live 2 Live for the first time at a sold-out concert in Seoul. Like Gangnam Style, there's a new dance to go along with Signal. Psy taught everyone at the show how to do it. The video is actually funny. It's Psy being a jerk, or as the chorus says, a mother, father, gentleman. You do the math? What?
I saw hot Korean chicks in bikinis and I stopped caring.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Hey, here's something we can all care about. A new James Bond movie book is in the works. Not movie, book. Oh, you
Book?
gotta read it. Boo!
There better be pictures.
Well, I guess that could mean another movie as well. Yay!
Can I have Betty White read it to me?
I suppose.
Sweet.
The BBC reports author William Boyd is writing Solo,
Wait, isn't that a Star
Han
Wars thing?
Solo.
Yeah, that's a Star Wars thing. You can't go down that road.
which will feature Bond in a Star Wars TIE fighter traveling across the galaxy. No, will feature Bond traveling across Africa and America on a self-appointed mission of his own, unannounced and without any authorization. Boyd was officially chosen by the estate of Ian Fleming to write an official Bond novel, which will be published September 26th in the UK.
I want to read the next one.
Okay, go for it.
Detroit area police responding to calls of a reckless driver were surprised to find out who the suspect was. Who was it? I'm glad you asked while you're drinking.
RoboCop.
It was RoboCop. It was not RoboCop.
It was not me either.
The erratic driver turned out to be a 6-year-old boy. The kid told cops he had taken his parents' car out to get some Chinese food.
Count it.
Absolutely. Good for you, buddy.
Don't try that at home.
No. Unfortunately, he hit a street sign along the way. Cops caught up with him after he tried to drive the wrecked vehicle to a dealer to get it repaired. At least he was thinking.
Wait.
That's awesome!
Pause!
That's awesome!
Mom's gonna be so mad!
But at least he was thinking, and if you were the shop manager at the
He had
dealership, you'd be
taken
like,
his parents to get Chinese food.
that's awesome!
He had to have the wherewithal to get the keys. He not only wrecked the car, but he was driving it to a dealer to get it repaired.
And he knew how to get to the Chinese restaurant, too!
Yeah, the boy wasn't injured, and the police aren't sure whether they'll press charges or laugh themselves to death. That's hilarious. What were you doing at 6 years old? Let's be honest.
I was making out with girls.
Let's be honest. What were you doing at 6 years old?
I don't know. Trying to find different body parts and playing Atari. Because, yes, I'm that old.
Yeah, I mean, at 6 years old, you were barely out of kindergarten.
At 6 years old, you were building shit.
Let's be honest.
Don't even
that
lie.
That is a smart kid.
Yeah, I'll give him that one.
I don't think most 6-year-olds have the wherewithal to do any of that. They're going to go out to the car, and they won't even know how to open the damn door.
That's true.
Yeah.
And he had enough awareness.
You haven't hung out with a 6-year-old. They know how to open the doors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. They do. When they're 3. And then they know how to eat the Clorox.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Especially the crunchy tablet ones.
Ooh, crunchy. New look for summer. Willow Palin. Oh, wait. Hey, I don't care.
Because you said the word Palin.
Yep, pretty much. Hey, the stock market suffered its worst day in 5 months. Was this Monday? It's both China and the U.S. posted lower than expected growth, and commodity prices took a steep dive. Yawn. I don't care. Hey, Joey McIntyre. You remember where he's from, right?
What's his last name?
McIntyre?
McIntyre?
Yeah, whatever.
Good for you.
It's not Mac, it's Mick.
It's pronounced Mac.
Is it Mac?
Then when you go to the restaurant, McDonald's, how do you say it?
McDonald's.
There you go.
Mick.
No.
Mick.
No.
It's not McDonald's. It's
It's
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Mick.
So it's not McIntyre.
McIntyre.
No.
Why?
Wrong.
McIntyre?
Bow your head and
There's no A!
That's not my fault he spells it wrong.
MCINTYRE. McIntyre. If he wants me to pronounce it McIntyre, he can change his damn
Throw an A
last
in there.
name.
Right,
Joey McIntyre of New Kids on the Block was running in the Boston Marathon. Tweeted 5 minutes after he crossed the finish line, he heard and saw the explosions. Joey's fine, but he knows many people were hurt. How about this? Here's an update. Ozzy Osbourne has moved out just in the past 3 minutes. New York Daily News has a photo of the Prince of Darkness moving his stuff out of the mansion he shared with Sharon Osbourne on Sunday. Ozzy's relocated to a new location in Beverly Hills. Rumors of their breakup have been out for a while, and even though their son, Jack Osbourne, has denied it, looks like Ozzy's moved on, or at least out.
See, live, local, updated breaking news just from us in the Not So Late Show.
Oh, hey, don't look at the next story. All right. Credit Donkey's at it again.
Oh, God, here we go now.
Okay.
Come
Now,
on.
once again, social media. This is the percent of men and women that use social media while drunk.
While drunk?
While drunk.
All right.
All right. Give
Well,
me some percentages.
We had 62 to 58 just at work, so now let's go to drunk.
Drunk.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna put the women on top again. I'm thinking guys are too busy headbutting things that are very hard to be going on Facebook. Although I found out I drunk Facebook post too.
Okay.
That
So
was
what
funny.
percentages are you thinking?
I'll go ladies 71.
Really? 71% of women.
Yeah, because that's when
Facebook.
that's when you just want to say F the world and I hate everybody and
All right.
made me horribly sad.
That seems a little high to me, but go on.
And guys, 60%.
The numbers are men, 51%. So just over half of men have used social media while drunk. Women, 41%.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I am surprised.
Let's be honest. Women probably have better judgment while drunk than men.
No, it's usually if the women are with their friends, they have something to do.
That's true. Women are with the friends, so they
I
usually
didn't
have
even
someone
take that
over
into
there.
account.
Yeah.
I was thinking of just sad, lonely people like
No.
myself.
No phone for you while drunk.
Yeah, guys, that's why you're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad, lonely people like me, they're just like, I'm drunk and alone.
Hey, and the Broadway musical Chicago seems to just go on and on and on and on. Filling the theater every night. That's because special guests move in and out of the cast. The latest celebrity to join the show is talk show host Wendy Williams.
The big black chick?
I don't know who that is. She'll
Pretty
make her
good.
Broadway debut in Chicago as matron Mama Morton. Yep. From June 25th to August 11th, Wendy said, quote, going to show you how I sing, dance, and shimmy. How you doing, Broadway? And
Brooke Shields.
Brooke Shields, director. Playbill
Playboy.
says Brooke, who appeared in Broadway and London productions of the musical Chicago, will direct the show this summer at the Hollywood Bowl on June 26th through 28th. All right.
Brooke Shields was hot when she was young.
That's true. Time to move on to our top three, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for the top three?
No.
No. All right. Well,
Well,
this is
let's do it
the
anyhow.
top three mesmerizing things.
Now, are we talking mesmerized like
I'm just gonna,
you just sit there and you're like,
I'm just gonna rule out anything that's porn related.
damn it.
Because Frank, I have to get your mind out of the gutter. and
No, but it's so happy and at home there.
I know. That's why
Oh.
we have to move you from your happy place if you're going to come up with anything creative.
Damn it.
All right. I'm going to go with the Nyan Cat.
Nyan Cat's awesome.
All right. In case you don't know what Nyan Cat
Look
is.
up Nuclear Mix, it's much better. Not
Nyan
that
Cat-
I have done this.
Nyan Cat is...
At work many times.
It is a cat
With a Pop-Tart body.
with a Pop-Tart body.
With the rainbow coming out of its ass.
a rainbow coming out of his ass as it flies through space going meow 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 meow. Put it over and over for like an hour and a half.
That's the funniest thing I've heard.
You okay over there?
No.
I'm just saying. All right, so there's not. So that's mesmerizing. Can't look away.
Well, if you're going to go do Nyan Cat, you got to go for the obvious other one.
Which is
Rainbow Bunchy.
what? I don't think I've ever seen
Rainbow Bunchy.
What is Rainbow Bunchy?
It's the final boss of the internet.
The final boss.
Oh, that thing.
I knew that would trigger
I'm
Rob.
looking this up right now.
I showed Rob this when I was still working here.
And
He's
then,
like,
and then
turn it
Jay was
off, Rob.
subsequently fired.
Rob said, turn it off or I'm going to stab you or something along those lines.
They do have a Neon Cat game, though.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
What? Did you find it?
I think so.
Let me see.
Look like a caterpillar.
It gets better. Wait. Chorus.
It's like a weird slug cat caterpillar creepy thing. In case you're wondering, this goes on for 10 hours.
10-hour loop. If you ever want to know what hell
Oh, wait,
is,
wait, drum solo. Okay, all right, that's
well, you may as well get Nyan Cat while you're in there too.
okay. Well, what else?
So at least people can see
well, what else you got?
things that mesmerize me.
Yeah,
Women running in slow motion.
I said no porn.
That's not pornographic. Why can a woman not be fully clothed and run in slow motion? It's not likely. That is Nyan Cat. As we promised you, it is a cat with a Pop-Tart body and a rainbow coming out of its ass. Really, Doug? I don't even get one? Cute! It is a kitty. It gets it. No, Rainbow Bunchy is the final boss of the internet. That is Nyan Cat.
I guess
and if you just sit there long enough, you will get mesmerized by it.
Cute and delicious.
Cat, that's cute and delicious. Lovely.
No, just ask your wife what's delicious. She'll understand. No, it's not like that. For once, it's not like that.
Then what was it, Jay? I don't know.
I tried to eat a baby.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I
I saw the picture. That's funny.
It's true.
All right.
Babies are delicious because they're tender.
I'm gonna go with watching CNN slowly implode on television.
For any reason.
Yeah, no,
At this point, we're at any reason for watching.
It's not even this past week. It's just in general.
Yeah.
It's just like, you'll have Wolf Blitzer, like, they're going back and forth with one of an analyst, and you'll cut back to, like, Wolf Blitzer, and, like, part of his beard will implode or something. It's just,
What happened to his head? Imploded.
yeah, it's just like Wolf Blitzer will just be there and just be like, I'm Wolf Blitzer! This part of his skull collapses under the weight of the how crappy it's gotten. Like, seriously, have you been watching CNN this past week?
You don't have any channel you turn on is covering this Boston thing.
Right. But
Any
CNN's
channel.
like, this is like 3 days ago. They've caught him! Oh, we're sorry. That was just a garbage bag. It was like...
We thought it was a suspect garbage bag, but it turns out it has no affiliation with the Boston bomber.
Right, exactly. Mesmerized. Driving on a long, straight road.
And then you fall asleep.
At night. That's mesmerizing.
It is.
I'm just saying. All right, what else is mesmerizing?
One thing for me, even though you're kind of used to it and Rob is definitively used to it,
Okay.
large aircraft flying overhead.
Just repeatedly?
Like when we were at your fly-in.
Right.
I'm mesmerized by that.
Shut up. When
Just
that
a giant-
C5 drove over, that'd be cool. Whee! When it
giant
flew over,
floating things in the air?
that could be cool too.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, just like when the C5 went over, I was like, wow, that thing is so big and loud and cool.
Loud things. Loud aircraft.
That ain't loud.
Well, I'm
It
just
is
saying...
to me, to those who don't go to every air show
I'm
in the
just saying,
northeast
mesmerized
corner.
by large, fast aircraft.
That's pornographic.
It is.
That's only pornographic for you, Rob.
That's true too.
Still pornographic.
Fair enough.
That's true. I'll even give you floaty things, because like if a blimp is going by, or like a hot air balloon,
Yeah.
how often do you see that? I mean,
Yeah, you're
Goshen
like,
has their...
I was at work one day and they had the Goodyear blimp around there, and I was like, Goodyear blimp.
Because it's a blimp. It's like, how often do you see this? I mean, Goshen has their little air show balloon thing.
Oh, the Balloon Fest, whatever.
Well, they used to. But like like 1 year they flew over my house, and I'm like,
Oh.
like that is cool.
Yeah.
Of course, you're like this for 4 hours because that's how long it takes it to go from one coast to the other.
Right.
But it's just very mesmerizing. You're just like, wow. Oh, something else is mesmerizing? People who are doing dumb things. Because you will sit there
Oh,
and...
that is my favorite. That is my favorite, okay?
But it's memorizing. It's like, I'm going to go
Like-
throw all this gasoline on that fire. And you're like, this is just going to be wonderful. Let's
It's
just
like,
watch
yeah,
this.
yeah, that's one of the things is like it's like, all right, watching dumb people is like eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You just wanna
Now
do-
follow me on this
Oh,
one.
boy.
Okay.
Hold on. Can we get some follow me music for this, or do we not have
Hey,
any?
whatever.
No, I want some follow me
want
music because
follow-
I really...
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
So-
I need to hear this one. Peanut butter and jelly versus mesmerizing and people doing dumb things. Go.
I'm just saying, you're sitting at home and you're like, I want something sweet. I want something salty. I could go for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And as soon as you think of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you can.
What are you doing to get sweet and salty? No, we'll talk after the show about that.
You're like, this is gonna go great with a glass of milk. All right.
Milk is a classic.
So so you're just thinking about this right now, and that's exactly what happens when you see situation and dumb person. Okay. It's like there's a giant 6 foot deep pothole.
Mm-hmm.
Then the idiot gets out of his car. You're like, I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He's walking towards it. If he falls in it, that's going to be a delicious glass of milk. I'm just saying.
So we have the peanut butter
and jelly sandwich
is now walking towards the milk.
No, it's the setup. The peanut butter and jelly sandwich is the setup. You're like, I can really go for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You're like, wouldn't it be funny if you walk towards the giant 6 foot deep pothole? And then you're like, that would be nice. And then you realize there's the payoff to go along with that. Not only is he walking towards it, but I'm gonna get a glass of milk. All right, so you've made the peanut butter jelly sandwich. You're sitting there. The setup is made. You're like, this could happen. This could happen. I could have peanut butter jelly with a nice cold, tall glass of milk. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and he just starts walking towards the hole. I'm like, taking a bite of this, and that's a delicious sandwich.
Of course it is.
That's tremendous. I'm taking another bite, and you're working your way around the crust is because the best part's in the center.
Oh, absolutely.
So he's walking towards the hole, and it only gets better with every bite. You're like, he's almost towards the hole. I'm getting towards the center of that sandwich now. And then he gets right up to the hole, and you're like, milk. And I'm just saying, he's at the edge of the hole. You're like, you can't look away. Glass of milk. He falls in. You're like, oh, that was so good.
That was so worth it.
That was so worth it. So I'm saying that is why watching stupid people is like eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a glass of milk.
It's like people trying to walk and talk on the phone at the same time, oblivious to their surroundings. All of a sudden.
One of my favorite things in the world is to watch people walk into glass doors.
What was that? Just a couple weeks ago, they had some kid who tried to rip off a mall or something, goes booking out towards the door, missed the door, just ran into the solid glass, went right through the glass.
Right.
Out.
I like it better when this is, you just hear that, the through the glass is one thing, then there's broken glass, and then that's a problem. Frankly, I am much happier with that satisfying thud that only a nose and face can make against a plate glass window. Come on. You just walk.
I saw Doug do that once.
Wasn't it really satisfying to watch Doug walk into the plate glass window?
Kind of funny, yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Well, that's probably after you shot him in the eye with a dart gun.
I may be a sick individual, but I'm just saying there's nothing more mesmerizing than just
watching people do dumb things.
It's one of those things too. In the back of your head, there's a little guy back there. He's not very healthy, but he's like, I hope he doesn't do that. Should I warn him about if he's gonna walk? But by the time that thought gets halfway through your head, it's like, thunk. Just saying.
I'm gonna revise my women. Well, actually, I'm gonna keep women running in slow motion.
Okay.
Where it is, but anything, I'm going to keep that separate, but anything else that's in slow motion is very cool too. Just very mesmerizing.
You've got a good point.
Here comes a ball, and it's going to go right into his face. And if it happens in real time, you're like, oh, that sucked. But then you see it in slow motion, you're like, this is going to suck for him. You can, here it comes. You're going to watch his skin and his face go as... And then you see everything go shaking like fat guys do. Just awesome.
Are you going to find a real ball and play this back in slow motion?
I'm not going to find a...
Oh.
So, no, well, here you have to do it because it's on your camera.
Okay.
So, no.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I thought you were trying to throw it at your face.
We'll do this way. So here comes the ball. Now, if you do it in real time, I'm not going to do it, don't worry. Go to the wide shot. It'll be better this way. You go, and all of a sudden it's like, ow! And you're like, that sucked for him. But now, here we go in slow motion. Now, here comes the ball. Brad's not really aware. Now he sees it at the corner of his eye, and he's like, uh-oh. Now all of a sudden, it impacts. It comes down. His whole cheek's like, oh, shut up. The whole cheek just goes blah, 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 blah.
You actually attacked it.
I don't want to hurt him. That's Pat's thing.
Hurt him, just push it into him more.
Fine. So here we go. Here comes. He sees it. Oh no.
Really having a mouthful of water to spit it out.
In
No,
slow
because
motion?
because I'm not going to clean that up.
No.
So things happening in slow motion.
I'm with you. I am down with it in slow motion. I
Anything
can totally
in slow
see
motion
that.
is awesome.
Yep.
What else mesmerizes us?
Hamster running on a wheel.
Yeah, you can get caught up.
You're just like,
look
you
at
can
him
watch
go.
that too. You're like, I wonder
Look.
if he's gonna do a full loop. You're just looking at
Because
it.
you
it's
see him, he's like kind of like this, and he's like, whoa, lost the center, okay, there he goes. He's like, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now he wants to stop. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, he was close that time too.
I'm just saying. So
I used to have a hamster. I
Hamster
know.
on a wheel. It's just kind of mirrors your actual thought process as that's actually happening, which is really it's really unique.
You know what else mesmerizes me?
What's that?
Fish.
Fish?
Like a fish tank.
Yeah.
Like fish in a fish tank. Just like, it is so relaxing in there. What do you have to worry about? Nothing. You're just a fish. And you're just kind of,
Waves.
no waves.
All right. You know what else is mesmerizing? In the winter,
Thinking about fish.
with your high beams on, driving through a snowfall,
And then you hit the tree.
and then you pretend it's Star Trek. No, nothing.
Back there 15 miles an hour.
Yeah, warp back here, 15 miles. Oh, come on, it's like the cool. It's the same like little star effect as Star Trek, all that, but it is still kind of mesmerizing.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah. All right, what else is Rob? What mesmerizes you?
I think you got most of them.
Airplanes, airplanes, and airplanes.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's see what else is
Where
mesmerizing.
did Doug go?
I have no idea.
He's mesmerized by sports or something like that. What about in sports? Is there anything that mesmerizes you in sports?
Yeah, women running in slow motion.
Fair enough. The cheerleaders.
Oh,
Yeah.
cheerleaders.
Yeah, there you
Cheerleaders mesmerize me too.
Fair enough.
But remember, kids, cheerleading is not a sport because the Connecticut Supreme Court said so.
Did they really?
Yes, they did.
Why?
Actual ruling.
Why was this actually a? Why?
Because there was a college that didn't have enough of this and that.
Oh,
and
Title
they-
IX.
Yeah, some bullshit like that. So they're like, cheerleading's a sport because you have to have like X amount of sports in order to like qualify for some bullshit.
Title IX.
So whatever. I don't know what it is.
Title IX.
so they're like-
Anyways.
Cheerleading's a sport. And they actually went to court and they actually went to the Supreme Court in Connecticut and the judge said, it is not a sport.
I still want to
You
try
know
that
the
with
you know the
golf.
reasoning behind it?
Why?
Because there's not enough organization to it. Like baseball, you have the playoffs, NBA finals, all that stuff. There's organization to how you
Yeah.
actually bracket and get points. And
I thought you were talking about the actual execution of it.
well, hey, girls in short skirts, you're always going to get my vote. But however, it's like, okay, we're all awesome. So
I'm glad to see Jay has a lot of judicial prudence.
absolutely. But cheerleading, it's like, hey, you're all invited to come to the cheerleading cheer-offs or whatever.
Yeah,
And then everybody goes and they just get judged and that's it.
pretty much.
But you can say that about like ice skating and stuff like that
Yeah.
too.
Doug, what mesmerizes you?
Oh, Doug's back? Oh, he is back, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm on the spot. I'm not sure.
Fair enough. You think about that.
Give me a moment.
You think about that, and you go to your room.
You want to know what something that mesmerizes me, which is like really corny?
What's that?
Christmas lights.
Yes, but besides that,
Christmas lights. Yeah, I can see that. Literally, I can see Christmas lights.
true.
Not now. That would be bad.
The moon.
Really? I guess I am.
Because you're sitting here on this little planet that we call Earth. Then all of a sudden it's like a really warm night,
Or
full moon
looking
in the
at a
sky.
moon through a telescope.
I can use my,
Thunderstorms at night.
I didn't finish my moon thing yet. You can't move on to thunderstorms yet.
Well, fine. We'll get to that as soon as
Fine.
you finish.
That's fine. But just sitting there and you're like, there is this large chunk of rock that is now illuminated. You're an asshole. There's this
on.
large chunk of rock that is now illuminated, floating above my head, and I'm okay with this. But yet it's there and everyone accepts it. So you just sit there and you're like, that's really there. That's kind of mesmerizing.
It
Oh,
is.
meteor showers too.
Ooh, meteor showers. By the way, we have a severe thunderstorm warning.
I was going to say, it sounds like someone just
I was actually going
dumped
to
rocks
say,
on our
I was
head.
going to say that actually right before the rain started, which is actually kind of creepy. But all right, anyways, We do have
If you're watching live, run for cover and bring your TV with you.
Yes, no, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning just issued here. We can, I'll read it off to you now.
Or if you're watching the midnight replay, 2 hours ago.
Yes.
Actually, 3 hours
The
ago.
National Weather Service in Albany has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Columbia County and east central New York.
Hold on. Ready?
The National Weather Service in Albany has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Columbia County and east central New York. This includes the city of Chatham, southeastern Dutchess County, and east central New York. It includes the cities of Paulding, Beacon, Litchfield County, and North Connecticut. This includes the cities of Torrington and New Milford. Blah, 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 blah.
Everybody panic!
At 9:43 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, National Weather
is
Service
all.
Doppler indicated the line of severe thunderstorms capable of producing damaging winds in excess of 60 miles an hour.
Well, there go my
These
lawn
storms
chair.
were located along a line extending from Chatham to Millerton to Myers Corner, or along a line extending from Chatham to 18 miles southwest of Great Barrington to 6 miles northeast of Beacon, and moving east at 60 miles an hour.
Girls in a hurry.
That is ridiculously fast. That's a very, very strong squall line. Severe thunderstorms will be near Kent, Canaan, Eddyfield, and Sheffield by 9:55 p.m. That's right now. Norfolk, Gaylordsville, Merwinsville, and Cornwall Bridge by 10 p.m. New Preston and New Milford by 10:05 p.m. Please report hail size, damaging winds, and reports or trees down to the National Weather Service by email at alb.stormreport@noaa.gov or on facebook.com/us.national.weatherservice.albany.gov or Twitter, NWS Albany. There you go.
Now we just bored you for the last 3 minutes.
Well,
There's
now
heavy-
informed. And maybe they got to bring the...
And what about the 3 hours from now, people?
Well, they're stoned, and this will be really funny. I'll be mesmerized by them trying to do this stuff.
You're now on the top 3. Listening to Brad talk about weather mesmerizes us.
All right, fair enough. Probably only worthy of an honorable mention.
But thunderstorms are very mesmerizing.
I would say thunderstorms are mesmerizing. I
I will admit it, and my parents will vouch for it. Thunderstorms used to scare the shit out of me when I was younger.
Really?
Because
Like,
when,
until how old?
31,
How old are you?
32. No, because when I was
So what was the point last year when you got... I got better.
I got better. No, because when I was really, really, really young, there was like a thunderstorm that was right over the house,
Right?
and the thing just let loose, and it shook the house, woke me out of a dead sleep, scared the shit out of me.
All right, so this is like in the middle of the night?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like dead sleep, and all of a sudden the house shakes. This obscene loudness of thunder,
Right.
like almost literally scared the shit out of me.
Wow.
So you know, when things happen to you as a kid, they kind of stay with you for damn near ever.
Traumatized forever, ever?
Exactly,
Is
but
this why you never want to go storm chasing?
Oh, I don't like going storm chasing.
Oh, okay.
It's just I have very limited vacation time, and I have to
Oh.
save it for Hawaii.
Details.
True. But anyway,
All right.
but I got better,
Go
and
back.
now I go outside on my front porch and stare at it.
Yeah.
I kind of went 180 on that one.
How about, what about screensavers?
Doesn't that go back to the stars in the sky and the driving in the snow thing?
It's not always stars in the sky.
It's not stars. Sometimes it's like that pattern, like, it's like that square that's like bouncing off the corners of the screen. Or the flying toasters.
Or the aquarium.
Or the aquarium. Although that
I will
kind
call
of-
it mini-me.
Yes. I don't know.
Screensavers can be very, Ooh, what about a fire? Like a bonfire, like a
Oh,
campfire?
Or I don't say like a
Or a candle?
fireplace.
Or, yeah,
I mean, they have-
any fire-related thing.
That's the funny thing. It's like they have the whole networks that like turn on. That's like the fireplace channel during over the holiday season, and they have like an average watching time of like an hour and a half.
Yeah, because they just turn it on, they leave it on in the background, being like,
Because
oh,
it's
look,
so
I got-"
mesmerizing,
No, because they're just doing it for the effect.
right?
They just
Because
turn it
it's
on
so
their-
mesmerizing.
They turn on their TV and they just leave it there. It's like, oh, I can put a fireplace on so we can be more Christmassy.
Yes. Unfortunately, you being a bad father is not a.
That's true. Actually, I bought a HD fireplace DVD.
You did? How much did you pay for that?
It was on Woot. It was like $1.
All right, I'm down with that. That's fine.
Actually, it's still here to this day.
Is it?
Yeah, because I never took it with me.
Well, there you
And
go.
they use it for video Christmas cards, which are now 9 minutes long.
special.
Yeah. Oh, there goes my balls.
Or singular. All right.
I take what I can get.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Shall we come up with our
Did we hit everything?
not everything, Doug?
Yeah, you've been thinking long enough, you bastard.
Still can't think of anything.
Nothing mesmerizes you?
The waves, the ocean.
What about animals humping?
No,
No.
not mesmerizing. Sometimes comical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a turtle.
What about the little baby kitten going?
No, that's just cute. It's not mesmerizing.
Cat's mesmerizing. That's a good point.
What does a
Cat
cat
sitting there with
do?
a stopwatch.
There you go, a hypnotist. A hypnotist mesmerizes you.
Yes, it's very mesmerizing.
Cat's
Uh,
I would go with cats.
You know what I always found mesmerizing?
Hmm.
It's always like I remember watching them on like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Now and How It's Made. Always the like how stuff is made. Like watching the factory line. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like we stamp out the foil and then we fill it with chocolate and then we put it in a plastic bag and then it's
You're like,
chocolate
that's
money.
just amazing.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
That's kind of mesmerizing. Rob, anything else before we finalize our top three?
I like the. What do we got?
Oh, wait, I forgot the most obvious thing.
Okay, go on.
Rob trying to cut a tomato. That's how this whole thing...
All this crap.
I know, but that's how this whole thing got started because Rob... Here, Rob.
Inside the outside.
Rob,
Yes, sir.
is the knife still outside?
Yeah.
I will show it. Don't worry, I couldn't hurt myself with this thing if I tried, which is how this whole thing got...
Landed on the point.
Even that I'm going to question. So, we're not known for utensils
Safety
here.
Scissors that are sharper.
Yeah. So here we have this knife. Looks very large and scary.
It's a
So-
cake knife.
Yeah, so Rob wanted to go and cut a tomato with it.
Okay. Doesn't seem so bad.
For 5 minutes, I see Rob with this thing trying to cut the tomato. It's not working. He is trying, and
me
all
see
that you're
that.
having is, like, here's Mr. Tomato, and it just keeps, don't worry, it's not sharp at all.
Let me see that.
Nothing. And it just keeps slipping off the side and slipping off the side and slipping off the side. And I'm like, even this is mesmerizing, isn't it? Slipping off the side.
It is.
So fine. I'm like, and then Brad calls me about dinner plans of me already getting his
Gimme, gimme,
Chinese food. And I'm like, and he's like, what are you?
Oh my god, that is dull as hell.
So he's like,
It was just. Hey! That's not my knife.
I'm sharpening it.
I'm not so sure you're even doing that.
No, I am.
I don't really think you can make it worse at this point.
Yeah.
So Brad's like, what are you doing? Because I'm like talking to Rob as I'm watching him try to cut a tomato. And Brad's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm watching Rob trying to cut a tomato with this super dull knife. I'm absolutely mesmerized because he can't do it. So here is said knife. This thing could probably,
Oh, it's definitely a ring. Yeah.
I don't even know what this thing could do, but nonetheless.
I'm sharpening it.
So now people are going to try to cut like cake with it. It's going to go and right through the freaking countertop.
This is gonna be awesome. We're sharpening a knife live on air.
Oh, how about the generic just people falling?
It still kind of sucks.
It really does suck. You can't even stab it. You got a little bit
Well,
out
it
of
still
it.
sucks. All right,
It
anyways.
still sucks.
Rob, it's now only slightly less tall.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But people falling down is actually kind of mesmerizing.
That is. Okay.
In slow motion.
All right, so shall we come up with our top three?
All right, let's bang out
I
our top
say
three
for
here.
number one, it is watching people do stupid things.
All right, you're going to have to give me a second to type it.
This is the whole peanut butter jelly and milk analogy. I'm just saying, it's incredible. It's incredible. All right. Number two. What do you
Women
think?
running in slow motion.
All right, fine.
Thank you.
Number three.
Number three can do everything else that's in slow motion.
Yeah, everything else is in slow motion. All right, I'm down with that. You don't want to combine those two?
No, I do not, because women have a very special place in my heart because women are
That's
beautiful.
not your.
I was just gonna say that.
It's not your heart. Jay.
That's where I keep my heart. Shut up.
All right, fair enough.
Can I make a heart-on joke here?
Heart on.
You get it.
I do, even though it's Rob's joke. Yes,
That's all
stealing the counted. All right. And then, number four is watching, our first honorable mention is watching CNN implode in slow motion. We didn't forget lava
Well,
lamps.
that's everything else in slow motion. So just watching CNN implode
Right.
and Brad eating peanut butter and jelly.
I would say the other honorable mention is repetitive internet videos.
Okay.
The storm's on its way.
Internet.
It's true.
Internet videos on 10-hour loops.
Yeah, we'll go with that. It's almost here. You can't
And
really
you'll never
make that
see
up.
it. No.
Yeah.
Do we just want to do repetitive internet videos or repetitive internet videos on 10-hour loops?
Repetitive internet videos. Yeah, there you go. So there you go. Jay, read it back.
Trouble loading. Trouble loading. How? You have full service!
Well, if you're having trouble loading, you might want to see a doctor.
Ha! All right. Anyways, while Jay is messing around with that,
Hey, I got it. I hit reloaded and I reloaded. Tonight's top 3, the top 3 mesmerizing things are...
You want the music?
No. Watching people do stupid things. Women running in slow motion. Everything else in slow motion. With honorable mentions to watching CNN implode. And Brad eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. With no pants on.
You know what else is mesmerizing?
And repetitive internet videos.
You know what else is mesmerizing?
Brad eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with no pants on.
NSLS.TV, our website's back, baby! Yeah!
But it's still on fire.
No, it's not on fire anymore!
Not on fire.
Not on fire! Yeah! That's the best part. And the cool part is, not only is our website not on fire, but we also have...
Boobies!
No, well, not unless you count mine. We also have a version for the phone. We also have a version for the tablet and, of course, a version for your desktop. We've also updated and uploaded all our current episodes onto youtube.com/NSLSTV. Link from our website, nsls.tv. You can also...
Titles?
What's that?
Complete with episode titles?
Complete with episode titles, except for the last 4.
Because they're still uploading as we speak.
Yeah, maybe. Also, it now posts to Facebook whenever we upload videos.
Come on.
It does.
No shit.
Automatically. And Twitter. And whenever you post on Twitter, it also posts on Facebook.
Ooh.
Whenever you post on Facebook, it also posts on Twitter. It's so much. Yes. All right. Anyways. And there's also easy links to email us. So now you have no excuse not to email us anymore.
Except for the fact that you just don't like us.
Yeah, except that you don't like us. But now email us to tell us how much you don't like us. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. But yeah,
Talk about how fast the internet is.
worst.
Are you kidding me? It hasn't been out there for an hour.
I'm still saying.
Here, go to Brad's camera. All right.
Yes, nice.
You
and
can't
light.
read
Jay,
it.
you should know.
I know. It just says...
It looks just like NBC News, just like
Yeah,
it.
it really does. It's a picture of the boat from Boston. It says, worst getaway vehicle ever.
I'm surprised no one created a Twitter account for that.
Not
I
yet.
haven't looked yet.
I haven't looked yet, but I'm just
A
saying.
horrible choice. Oh, it's the Boston Red Sox font.
Yes.
It's still a horrible choice of font.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Really,
they
an
had-
hour and they're already getting them out
For
there.
the
I mean,
Pope, they had the
serious.
Sistine Seagull. I'm surprised for this they didn't have the Boston boat on Twitter.
Oh, trust me, it's going to be there.
You should take a look.
Yeah, Brad wanted to do that about 3 minutes after we found about the boat.
Jaden Smith and Will Smith's 14-year-old son is designing clothes now. The actor, rapper, and chip off the old overachieving blog told Wonderland magazine that his new line of skate-inspired streetwear will be called Misfits. MSFTS. Pronounced Misfits. It comes out this spring. And so far, Korean pop star Psy has racked up more than 20 million hits for his new song, Gentleman. And
You
just
know
the
why?
first 24 hours after its release Saturday night, that's actually better than the mere 8 million views for Justin Bieber's Boyfriend.
He's gay, I'm
and
telling
its first
you.
24 hours. Bieber or Psy? The song shows Psy playing tricks on women such as splashing coffee in the faces and a tying bikini top. Psy later tweeted, 51 million views in 40 hours. My God.
Ooh.
Well, he's only
I
950
wanna
short
read
of the
this
million.
one.
All right, go on.
Because it just says those fucking foreigners. And that makes me
It
laugh.
didn't actually. It had ampersand, $, pound sign,
Or hashtag.
sure,
Depends on how you want to look at
percentage sign, asterisk,
Yeah.
foreigners.
it. New Zealand became the 13th nation in the world and the first in the Asia-Pacific region to legalize gay marriage. Yay for equality. Why shouldn't gays and lesbians be as miserable as the rest of us, right? After the country's parliament approved a bill Monday, voting 77 to 44, 100% pure. Cheers erupted in the hall as the votes were counted after 2 hours of debate, which featured one legislator talking about her daughter's first formal with her girlfriend. Like countless other young women, she hopes for love, marriage, children, and a house with a white picket fence and being miserable. No, maybe not that. Said the lawmaker to applause.
Knock down, drag out fights.
That's true. One lawmaker who voted against the bills said he had become more open to gay marriage since being elected, but added that our society is probably more divided than this House is on the issue. End quote. Here's a member of New Zealand's Parliament, Maurice Williamson, giving a lighthearted speech, yeah, that's repetitive. Rebuking, I knew that word, I'm not Pat, the anti-gay elements in this country. Williamson happens to be a member of the National Party, New Zealand's right-wing party.
Yeah, I get it. That was funny.
Thank you. So, yay, New Zealand's now equally as miserable as the rest of us.
There you go.
So, good for you.
Hey, more anniversaries this week. It marks the 107th anniversary of the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Lasted 48 seconds, registered 8.25 on the Richter scale, qualifying as America's worst earthquake ever. Not so. There's the one in Alaska, much stronger, except for the fact that, well, actually in both places, the city was leveled. Downtown area burned for 3 days, destroying 4 square miles and killing an estimated 3,000 people. Some 500 were shot and killed for looting. Interesting. Last survivor is scheduled to appear at the early morning anniversary ceremony in San Francisco. He was 3 months old at the time of the earthquake. A recent study says a similar quake will leave as many as 3,400 dead and damage more than 90,000 buildings at a cost of about $150 billion. The biggest problem, though, is pre-1970 buildings, most of them attractive landmarks. They're just not quake-proof. By the way, when the quake happened in 1906, publisher William Randolph Hearst told his New York editor, "Don't overplay it, they often have earthquakes in California." Of course, he might have also advised that so Eastern bankers wouldn't panic and ruin the city's credit rating. AP Giannani made friends with and got rich by lending money to quake and fire victims. He later founded the Bank of Italy, now Bank of America.
Rich bastard.
Yeah.
You suck. Because you have more money than me.
Hey, police blotter, you want this one?
What? Ooh.
Hardly know her.
True. A Pennsylvania woman has earned the nickname the Lady Godiva of Walmart. Yeah, that's something you want to be proud of. 28-year-old Jessica Lynn Whitecamp allegedly walked into a Walmart in the town of Shippensburg and dropped all her clothing. All right, I can get into this. Let's see where this goes.
All right.
A picture would be nice so I can know if she's hot or... A Walmartian.
A Walmart, yeah. People of Walmart.
Maybe she wants to class up the joint. You don't know. Cops say she walked through the aisles naked for a while, then smashed $350 worth of merchandise. She was arrested as she tried to exit the store. Whitecamp is charged with indecent exposure, lewdness, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct. Rob's rocking out all of a sudden. But
there
hey, I say have fun.
Hey, Pink Floyd, yeah. No surprise to find out there's a sequel to The Croods in the works. DreamWorks Animation say they'll be doing another caveman film with the same guys who wrote the first one in the house, and negotiations are underway to bring back Emma Stone, Nicolas Cage, and Ryan... Wait, Nicolas Cage was in there?
Yes.
Right, Nicolas Cage was in a successful movie?
Well, he wasn't in it, that's why. It was just his voice.
Oh.
So he didn't ruin it.
He was in Kick-Ass. That was successful. Nah, it wasn't.
Are you sure?
Nicolas Cage played the fire that was in the movie.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
They're going to bring them back to do the voices. The movie so far has made $144 million in North America since its opening and over $242 million internationally. So pretty damn good. Yes, how about this? This is interesting.
No, I don't want to read this because I want to.
Not only is
punch
Jay-Z
something.
and Beyonce the quote-unquote coolest celebrity couple ever, they're also worth $1 billion with a B. Vogue UK says their current Mrs. Carter show, tour, and endorsement deals have put their earnings over the $1 billion mark.
Do you realize that if I had 100th of what their net worth is,
That would be $10 million.
1,000th,
$1 million.
1/10,000th.
$100,000.
Yes, if I had 1/10,000th of what they are worth, I could be absolutely happy for the rest of my life.
That's a pretty decent storm.
Thank you.
I'm just sorry. I'm just speaking about transfixed and why we don't have digital devices on the set, or why we do. Pretty nasty cell up in northern. Where would that be? Up by Canaan. Canaan's getting their socks rocked off right now.
So Canaan, for those of you that cannot watch us because you don't have cable vision, you're about to die.
Well, I think they're going to get some hail up there. Wait for it.
Call your friends in Canaan and say you're about to die. And it was nice knowing you. And
Yeah,
we'll
they're
miss
going to
you.
get hail in Canaan.
Thanks for coming.
They're definitely going to get Hale and Cannon. I'm calling it. Well,
All hail Canaan.
CNN with Cable 5.
yeah, I am seeing
Oh, I just saw a little bit of the back of Brad's head implode.
Yep, a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Also,
Yay for bipolar
hey, a
Brad.
pig has become a local celebrity in Queensland, Australia.
Why is it the
Strangely,
mayor?
pigs are now more famous than we are. The 5-month-old miniature pig named Ziggy J. Piggy.
That's an
All
awesome.
right, I'll
That's
give
the
him
best
that.
name ever. You got to count that.
Count that for the piggy.
Ziggy J. Piggy doesn't seem interested in farm life. The porker usually hangs out at the beach with his owner, Jan Leader,
I hope she's hot.
or they can be spotted sipping cappuccinos at a local coffee shop. The shop's owners don't seem to mind since Ziggy is trained to use a regular toilet. Jan says I take him everywhere with me. So, I guess that brings new meaning to, I saw a real pig at the coffee shop today. Come on, that's funny. Kind of. Hey, oh, by the way, Doug, I want to get your opinion on this.
Because you just happen to be out here now.
It's true.
For no random reason, but whatever.
New Yukon logo, yay or nay?
Not a huge fan.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it
You're
could
right,
have
it's
been.
not a huge fan. It's a husky.
What do you mean it's not as bad as it could have been? What like this is,
Well, I could have had a kindergartner
and
draw
now a giant steaming pile of douche.
Because if you look at college logos on your own time, because we don't have them queued up, a
Right.
lot of them are horrible.
Right, and also designed by Nike.
That's yes. I actually.
That's the other
The
problem.
thing I don't like even more is the University of Connecticut is officially going to call itself UConn, which is ridiculous.
Right.
It's known nationwide as UConn.
Right.
Yet the school still feels the need to call itself UConn.
Right.
Nobody else does this.
Right. We need. Well, what about
We're
UCLA?
complacent. Yay.
Well, actually, that's a good. But it still says. Well, I guess it's still going to say UConn on the sign.
Well, everyone else calls us UConn, so we'll just call ourselves UConn now.
Yeah, it's everybody knows it is UConn. That's ridiculous.
Everyone
We're
knows
keeping
it's
it real.
UCLA.
The dog's not as bad as it could have been.
Right.
Not as bad as it could have been.
Really, what would have been worse?
I mean, well, the thing is, look, nobody can have a big smiling Arfin Husky because that doesn't sell enough merchandise.
Sure they can. It sold a ton of merchandise.
No, I know, which is too bad. They should have kept the smiling Arfin Barfin.
Frankly, you know what they should have done? If they were going to go to UConn, they should have not redesigned the dog. They should have just gone with a text-only UConn across the front. They should have kept the Husky as little shoulder patches.
Yeah.
And they should have just called it like that.
Yeah, no.
But no, they had to get this stupid-ass dog that looks like it's a...
Well, they tried to make it look mean.
Yeah, they did. They did try to make it look. It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look. It looks a little
Hey,
meaner.
you guys.
Look more rabid.
Hey, you
Like you owe
guys.
a lot of money on your college loan. Yet the cafeteria food is still awful, and you had your laptop stolen. All right, that's.
You look like you're from the Goonies.
That's kind of.
I'm just saying, that is pretty close to the UConn logo.
I hate you guys.
Hello, guys!
Thank you.
I hate all.
That's going to
college
be in an
logos,
intro at some point. You
Yeah.
know that.
Oh, hell yeah.
But that was not. It's not as bad as.
Mark this episode, Rob.
I'm giving it a not as bad as it could have been.
Not as bad as it could have
Not
been,
as bad, 'cause it
but
was-
certainly not as good as it should have been.
Yes.
I think that's the song.
Rating system.
Yes.
Awesome. Sucks. Not as good as it could have been. Not as bad as it should have. Whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. There's
On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you give this logo?
a 6.
I think you're being generous.
Because I said there's some truly terrible ones.
What's the worst logo you can think of off the top of your head?
I'll have to think about this for a second.
Birmingham American.
Let me think about this for a second.
Fair enough.
I promise I'll
The
come back.
Tulane Green Waves?
Okay. No, that's not bad.
Fair
I think It's a good name. I'll find out.
Stanford Tree.
Oh, right. Wait. Nike redesigned George's logo.
You mean they stole Green Bay Packers logo?
Yes, well, that was before copyright and the whole thing. Anyway,
Right.
the point is, it was this horrible looking, awful dog that they used to have, which was great because it was mean and it tore things limb from limb.
It was ugly.
Now they have an ornithologically correct dog.
Ornithologically,
That's
it's a bird.
Yes, it's a bird dog.
He makes the old Yukon dog look like a dragon. It's terrible, if that makes any sense. It's
Fair enough.
awful. They shouldn't have done it.
We'll have to look it up.
All right, we'll find out.
All
right.
I'll find something.
Alright, anyways.
The Birmingham Silly Ninnies.
Yes, I'm just saying the new UConn logo sucks balls. I'm just gonna float that out there.
Logo yet.
What's that?
You haven't seen the Birmingham Americans logo yet.
That is true.
Oh, I gotta read this one.
Okay.
I don't care about Kim Kardashian. I hope she jumps off a cliff.
Yes, we all do.
A barbershop in Australia is attracting customers from hundreds of miles away by offering raunchy haircuts.
Oh, yeah.
Barber Babes features nearly naked female barbers. I like where this is going. The ladies trim hair while topless and wearing only skimpy bottoms. Customers have been known to travel from up to 850 miles
850
away
miles away?
just for a simple cut.
Strip club.
Well, that's true.
Seriously, there's got to be a strip club nearer than 850 miles.
The scantily clad barbers also offer scalp massages and blow dries, if you know what I mean.
Hey, and Hall and Oates got into a big fight.
Kill.
And Oates bit Hall in the face. In the face!
You went all Tyson on him?
Great headline, but it's not what you think. ABC News says Scott Hall of Berlin, Ohio, called police to report that he got bit above his eye by his neighbor, Roger Oates. Oates has asked Hall to testify on his behalf in an upcoming trial. Oates was charged with giving alcohol to minors. Hall said no, and that's when Oates took a big chunk of skin out near Hall's left eyebrow. When police showed up, they had to taser Oates to get him under control. He was arrested and charged with felony assault, resisting arrest. Hall was taken to the hospital.
This is a legitimate story?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Well, it's a story. I don't know if it's legitimate, but yes, Doug.
Whip out your fancy stuff with your fancy battery-operated thingamajigs and look up Oregon State new logo.
Oregon State, the Ducks?
Oregon State new logo.
Isn't that from... Didn't they just steal the thing from DuckTales?
No, blasphemy.
Wish.
That's the other one. That's the rival. Oregon State's the Beaver.
Oh, that's
Oregon
right.
State new logo.
Oregon State new
Oh, that thing?
logo.
Please don't
You are right.
Hold on, here comes your extreme close-up.
Did
As soon as-
America really need an aerodynamic mammal?
It's an aerodynamic beaver. That's right. All right. I don't feel so bad about the Yukon one anymore.
So much work.
It looks like a chestnut that just happens to have a face of a beaver.
Well, you might as well find the Yukon one while you're at it now.
Wait. It also kind of looks like a white-throated woodpecker.
I can actually kind of see
What,
that now.
what
Jimmy.
happens when you turn it this way? Does it look like some...
Focus.
Sorry. What happens when you turn it this way? Is it anything else that way? It's an eagle bent over.
Unfortunately, I'm still seeing a beaver.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
He just did a beaver roll.
a beaver roll. Oh.
Whee!
All right. How about this? Oh. That son of a bitch. Ah. Anyways, yeah, interesting. How about when you do this? All right. Yeah.
Haha, you branded it. Now you have to pay $1 million.
0 out of 10.
Yeah, that beaver logo really is horrible. That's really bad. Aerodynamic beaver. There you go. All right, couple of news stories, and we'll get to what we learned today. City of Columbia, South Carolina has an interesting definition for littering. Police say they arrested an unidentified 42-year-old woman after she stripped her clothes off and approached them on the street. Cops were holding an anti-littering press conference at the time, so to make their point, they charged her with littering for throwing her clothes on the ground.
That's awesome.
More anniversaries. Charles Manson sentenced to life in prison for Sharon Tate murders in 1971. 20th anniversary of the Branch Davidian fire, ending a 51-day standoff outside Waco.
Wacko.
18th anniversary of Oklahoma City bombing. And the Beatles signed a contract to stay together for 10 years. They, of course, did not. The year 1967.
I have a question before we go to what I learned today.
Yes. By the way, I think the Branch Davidian fire was on the 15th, and the Oklahoma City bombing was on the 19th. I don't think they're the same day.
Any tragedy that happened in this country has always been between April 15 and 20.
There you
Except
go.
for
Look it up.
September 11th, Pearl Harbor,
The Maine.
the Maine. What was the San Francisco earthquake? That was in April, wasn't it?
That was actually this past week.
So there you go. Did
True.
you hear about the guy who was? Did you hear about the guy who was at the Boston Marathon?
Oh, and that was at the Waco, Texas thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Dude just gets terror wherever he goes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, like
Now, if a kid that's like in middle school or high school goes starts going nuts, do you think cops have a right to tase him?
Nuts? Like,
Yeah, just
let me put
like
it,
all these kids are going out of control and I don't like life. I'm angry. I can express myself.
let me put it this way. If by out of control, do you mean poses potential hazard to himself or others?
Well, that is a definition. Like
And then, yeah.
regardless of age. Are you going to put a lower cap on this?
I mean...
So there's a 9-year-old who grabs a pair of scissors and starts chasing people around a school. Then he starts coming after cops with it. Say he's a 9-year-old?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not saying I support her or anything else or anything legal. I'm just curious what you think.
I'm just saying...
Because that happened in I think it was Middletown, wasn't it?
I'm just saying, if someone's coming after you trying to stab you, you tase...
You'll be lucky if you don't get shot.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, if you have someone actively trying to stab you...
Or anyone else, for
or
that
anyone
matter.
else, for that matter...
I was just curious your thought.
Sucks, but, you know...
That's why it's a less lethal.
Right, yeah, it's a case of...
It's
choice
not
is-
nightsticks anymore. You actually have less lethal things.
Yeah, it's certainly not good for him, but so's getting stabbed. So there you go. Anyways, on that bright note, it's time to get to everyone's favorite segment of the show.
Yes.
The end. Oh, wait, no.
I'll allow it.
No, it is time for What We Learned Today.
And our first one's going to be from Debaba.
Oh,
Because
what did Debaba, who is in Tejas, learn today? Also known as
Debaba
Texas.
is in the Lone Star State right now.
I learned,
But she
I
learned
that
something.
Texas is called the Lone Star State. No, I knew
Yes.
that.
She actually learned that Texas is the only state that can fly their state flag at the same height as the American flag and can fly the state flag without having the American flag with it.
That is interesting.
And that is per their riverboat tour guide.
How about that? Probably it was part of the agreement when they agreed to join the United States.
Like, I'll allow it.
Because at one point it was the nation of Texas.
It's true.
For a short time, it was its own country.
There's a lot of places that are still Commonwealths.
The Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
And Virginia, I believe, too. No?
Yep. Boom.
Boom.
There you
Bring on trivia. Hey, what'd you learn today, Brad?
I learned
India is south of Nepal.
that India is south of Nepal. Yes, thank you.
China!
China!
Damn you, Sarah McLaughlin.
I learned two things. I learned that A, beavers can in fact be aerodynamic. I did not know that. So if I'm ever in a plane, I will design it in the shape of a beaver. I also learned that I do enjoy a good peanut butter jelly sandwich and a cold glass of milk, and by that I mean slowly watching someone do something stupid.
I learned that there's actually a lot of things that can mesmerize you.
It's true.
If get into the right mental state.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I also learned,
Oh, you know what else can mesmerize you?
no.
This. Just me just doing this as a GIF for the next...
What the hell just happened?
I'm saying that's mesmerizing.
I don't know if it's as much mesmerizing as mind-numbing.
Is
No.
there really a difference?
Meh. But I also learned that your peanut butter and jelly analogy can basically just fit anything.
I can fit any analogy to any analogy. Matter of fact, we should probably make that a weekly segment on the show, where I come up with an analogy for anything. Go ahead, try me right now.
You already did one this week.
Well, we're gonna do a little test, you know? Like, give me something, a situation to create an analogy for.
I'm kind of into this music, and I don't know why.
There's another mesmerizing thing.
Something quick on the spot. Trying to park in a very tight spot.
Trying to park in a very tight spot.
Yes, give me an analogy for that. While you think of that, I'm
Okay, trying to park in a very
I
tight
was gonna
spot.
rattle through things, but evidently your brain's a lot faster.
Well, I was gonna say that's like if you're sitting on the toilet, okay, and it's a strange toilet because so sometimes you have the toilet seats that are different sizes, and you and I are both big guys, and you find the toilet seat, and it's like your ass does not fit on the toilet seat, and it's one of those things. It's like I don't know if this is gonna work, like I know that it's big enough for the poo, but this is going to be really difficult. This is going to take a while to get into position.
But then the most important thing you have to think about is the wipe too.
Yes.
It's like, how are you going to sidewalk double gut crunch this wipe thing?
Right.
So you can make this happen.
Just like in parallel parking and the toilet, don't touch the sides. I'm just saying. That's the important part.
Yeah.
All right.
Facebook.com/NSLSTV, Twitter.com/NSLSTV, YouTube.com/NSLSTV,
And now,
NSLS.TV.
NSLS.TV, and it links you to all those places. And you can email us at nslstv@gmail.com.
That's